Yeah, I can hear you.
Hey, how are you?
Good.
Um, Thank you for taking the talk to me. I really
Yeah, you're breaking up a little bit for me. I can hear like
yeah,
it's.
that too.
Oh, it
One
sounds like that
second.
on my end too.
No, it's me. Can you
Oh,
hear me a bit
oh
better
yeah,
now?
that's actually much better. Yeah,
Okay. All right. Y'all, thank you for taking the time to talk to me. I really do appreciate it.
I'm
Um,
definitely curious.
yeah. Um, and I don't know if you want to record this, feel free and release it later. I'll leave that up to you. It's really not that big of a deal, but
Okay.
I'm just glad I uh I was racing home from work and your stream had ended. But anyway, I just wanted to make this one point very clear, and if I could just speak for 5 minutes, and just get across concisely and clearly, like what I'm trying to say, and
Okay.
then you can call me a fucking retard and ban me and kick me off of everything. I don't give a shit. But I need you to understand this point as I don't know how else to make that
I
more
mean,
imperative.
you watch my content. You know I sit here and listen to you guys like for hours
Yes,
and hours and
yes.
hours every week. So I'm more than happy to allow you to make your point. I just hope you're not rude about
Yeah.
it because I haven't been rude to
No,
you.
no intentions like that, anything. But
Cool.
clearly, you have a decent sized following and stuff, like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube. You definitely have like a large pull and everything, which is great. I'm glad you're, seeing success and everything like that. Um, and I really do love what you do. Like, the whole point's like, listen, these communists don't care about your fucking Christianity. They're not coming for that. That's fucking brilliant. I fucking absolutely love that. People need to hear and understand that. When you say things like, oh fuck, what was the other point? When you say things like, hey, these people aren't fucking blue-haired idiots or mentally sick. They're your construction your workers. They're your garbage men like me. They're your crossing guards and stuff. That's also great. I really do love to hear that because it humanizes us. Uh, you see on like these conservative reactionaries that you hate so much and shit. They call people like fucking pedophiles and stuff like that, especially like the trans people shit, which is fucked up because it dehumanizes people. I'm so sure you've seen the shirts, shoot your local pedophile and shit.
Oh,
And the fucking Nazis.
I hate
Yes.
that. I'm sorry to interrupt, but like
Yeah.
it legitimately drives me insane.
Yes, yeah. And I'm glad you agree. Like the Nazis did that shit with Jewish people. They called them roaches and fucking rats and stuff in order to do the things that they did without feeling guilty about it and shit. Um the conservative reactionaries were pushing a lot about oh, that was the other great point that you made. You which actually I didn't really connect the dots. You were watching our video and you're like, man, there sure is a lot of fucking white people here. I thought the left hated white people. And I was like, oh shit, yeah, even a fucking ginger. Yeah, brilliant. I fucking love it. Keep that shit coming. That's fucking fantastic. The right was really railing this point about fucking the great replacement theory and stuff like that. White genocide and stuff. Um, do you remember the Buffalo shooter from 2022?
Yes, I do.
With yeah, do you remember what he wrote in his manifesto?
I vaguely remember something about it being leftist, but I don't think I really followed it that closely.
Yeah, he was very, very terrified about white genocide and the Great Replacement theory and shit. It's what drove him to fucking go
Mm.
to a supermarket full of black people and fucking murk 12 of them, which is terrible, absolutely horrible. And there are a lot of these lost souls on the internet that drift around, that have completely given up on life, that are looking for a sense of community. And I know because I was one of them. I was falling down kind of the collapse rabbit hole for a bit before I started getting into Marxism and shit. Where I really felt like, well, human civilization's going to end. What's the point? Maybe I should start prepping. Yada, 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 yada. So these people are out there, and your audience certainly, I've watched the chat, um, I've watched the donos come in and all that stuff, and these people are hanging on your every word. which is cool. I understand like your angle that you're coming from and what you're pitching and stuff. But what I just need you to understand absolutely clearly is that when you say things like these people are coming to take your kids, and when you say things like these people want to put you in a gulag and throw away the key, and when you say things like these people want to drag you out onto the street and put a fucking bullet in your head, I'm sure 99.9% of your audience are lovely people that I can share fucking beer with, and maybe they think I'm stupid and don't agree with my politics, and that's fine. But chances are, especially as you're now getting bigger and bigger and bigger, you might start pulling some of these lost souls. And you have a very, very convincing stream because you're actually talking about leftist points a lot of people glaze over and stuff. So they might start watching your stuff, and they might start watching for a day and then a week and months on end. And they are just constantly absorbing your content, and they're hearing over and over, the game is lost. There's nothing you can do. These people are coming. And this lost soul is going to draw conclusions, and they're going to go to bed thinking about what you said every single night, and they're going to think there's nothing I can do, and they're going to be terrified that tomorrow, me, John, my name is John, sanitation worker, I'm going to come to their house and I'm going to fucking slit all of their throats and all their fucking family's throats, and there's nothing they can do. And they're going to think, you know what? Like, fuck it. I'm going to go down fighting. And they're going to look up one of our Palestine marches or something like that. And this person's going to go out into their SUV, and they're going to drive out there, and they're going to wait at the intersection, and they're going to wait until they see me with the banner crossing with 40 of my friends. And right before they stomp on that gas pedal, they're going to hear your voice in their head saying, there's nothing you can do. It's all over. These people are coming for you, before they fucking plow through me and 40 other people trying to fucking murk as many of us as they possibly can. And when their manifesto gets released, the first line that it's going to say is, no one sees the truth, but Karlyn sees the truth. Everyone needs to tune into Karlyn because she understands. This is why I did what I did. I need you. I don't know. I don't think you're a bad person. I don't think you have malice in your heart or anything like that. I think you might just not be aware. And so whenever you say these things, when you say, these people are coming to take your kids, these people want to fucking put a bullet in your head, I want you to hear my voice in your head letting you know that every time you say something like that, you are rolling the dice. You are rolling the dice on people's lives. I cannot stress that enough. It is incredibly, incredibly dangerous, especially in this day and age with the internet, with everything we've seen the last couple of years. And it is incredibly, incredibly, incredibly stupid. I'm sorry, but I just need to get this point across to you. I cannot stress it enough. There are so many of these fucking poor people out there that don't know where to turn. Fortunately for us, a lot of them see Marxism and think, hey, you know what? That sounds better than just fucking living this shitty ass life.
Can I respond?
And yes, and and just last sentence is,
Sure.
As of right now, this conversation, that you're not live. This conversation's only between you and me. So your audience doesn't know what I've just said. And it's now on you what happens from here on out.
Yeah.
I just hope I've made that clear. Yeah. And that's it. Yeah.
Well,
you can call me an idiot.
No, I'm not. I'm not going to call you an idiot. I'm not going to insult you. I don't think there's any reason to be rude. What I will say is that I've been chased by Black Lives Matter mobs that are on your team and had them throw bottles and try to beat the shit out of me and tried to steal my stuff and break my stuff. And you can find video of that on the internet. I've received death threats, and I know that when I went undercover at that socialism conference that I went undercover at back in September, if they had known who I was, they would have beat the ever-loving F out of me. And I know all of that is true. The things that I say are never just my opinion. They are shown to us through your guys' training videos. I've been doing this for 3 years, dude. And listen, I will say this about you guys. Like, you guys actually seem more level-headed and sane than a lot of the socialists and the Marxists that we watch. And so I actually do have to give you props for that. I'm not afraid that you specifically or anyone associated with this particular organization is going to try to find me and kill me. But I think there are socialists who would. And in fact, I know that's true because I've gotten threats from them. And so,
Mm.
you have to understand, like, I don't, I think that I approach this in the most level headed way that I can. I try to be nuanced. I try to give fair takes on both sides. I back up every single thing I say with video. So if my audience is seeing people talking about, and that I don't do the libs of TikTok nonsense, right? So we're getting into things. We're watching meaty videos about this stuff. If my audience is seeing people talk about eliminating parental rights, transitioning their kids before they're 18, we've watched people talk about like trans surgery for minors. Literally, I have this on video. We've talked about the elimination of parental rights multiple times. I've covered more abolish the family content than anyone on the internet. You guys don't really seem to be into abolish the family, but there are absolutely people who are. We've talked about people who want to completely eliminate gender. We've talked about people who see no problem with abolishing the police and just getting rid of all prisons. And to be honest, I'm actually on your guys' team on that one. I hate the police.
Like,
I think they're an organized
private prisons are
game.
fucking crazy.
But that is stuff that we have seen, and I could go on and on and on. This is not stuff that I make up. I presented it in a nuanced way. That's all I can really do. What people do with that information is entirely up to them, and it's entirely like their responsibility, and I don't take any responsibility for that. And I think that I have done everything within my power to make sure that I have cultivated an audience that I think the chances of that coming out of my particular audience are very, very low. So maybe you're right, maybe I'm right, time will tell, but I think I'm doing the very best I can.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah. I mean, I didn't watch really any of your other. I just really watched the ones that pertain to our group and stuff like that. So yeah, if you acknowledge when you watch our videos, like, oh, this is that other group, the RCA that doesn't believe all that crazy shit. Again, I can't speak to these other weird leftists that talk about all that fucking weird, like, gender shit and stuff, like fucking whatever. But like, yeah, no,
I mean, I'll
as long as you're, like,
Go ahead.
yeah, like I'm very happy. Like, if you watch our shit and you're like, communism's stupid, their ideas are stupid, these people don't understand innovation. I'm cool with that. Whatever. And I'm more, if you hear any words come out of our speakers' mouths and you quote them, then yeah. But just it's just weird seeing like some of my comrades now, like on your videos and stuff being pointed to, and if I hear like these people want to shoot you and they point towards like my comrade Tom or Stanton or whatever, I'm like, I'm just nervous for them, for obvious reasons and stuff.
I obviously don't want anyone to get hurt, but I also do legitimately believe that when you guys win, because I do think you're going to at some point, I do legitimately believe you're going to show up at my door and shoot me. Like, I 100% believe it. Or if it's not that, it's going to be some other very unpleasant thing that is going to involve, like, putting me in some, like, prison or, like, salt mine or, like, maybe I'm being a little bit hyperbolic, but, like, I do legitimately believe that. And you might not get that, but, again, I understand why there might be reasons why this ideology seems appealing, and I'm not going to try to change anyone's mind. I quite frankly don't care about changing anyone's mind. I don't think I can do that anyway. But like, you also have to understand that there are historical realities to how this plays out for people like me and people who don't want to go along with what you want to do. I know women who lived in China during the Chinese Cultural Revolution. My husband is from Ukraine. My husband grew up in the USSR. He remembers when his family had to go wait in the bread lines. Like, this is very real, and it is going to hurt a lot of people, and a lot of people are going to starve. And I know that you guys think you're doing the right thing, and really, you have legitimate grievances. I agree with you guys on a lot of things, but but there are some things that are just like irreconcilable. And I don't think that you guys have thought through completely the logical end conclusions of your reactions. You think it's going to be different this time, but it's never different. And so what other conclusion do we have but then you want to control every aspect of our lives and would shoot us without like a second care in the world? And again, I don't. I'm an anarchist, but like I don't like. I agree with the non-aggression principle. I don't advocate violence for anything. I'm completely anti-war. I'm completely like it's just like that makes sense to me. So I'm not advocating for violence, and you will never hear me say go shoot this person or like any of that. But
Yeah.
you know, the information's getting put out there, and it's fair for you guys to say we don't agree with every far leftist group out there. Okay, fair, because there are you know probably better than anyone, tons of far leftist groups out there, more than I think the conservatives who are always complaining about you guys even understand.
Yeah.
But like this content is real. It is all authentic. I never cut things out of context. I always show the full thing, and people are going to take away from that what they take away from that. You know? I can't control that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, honestly, that's all fair game about how communism could play out and stuff. I mean, yeah, talk to that about that all you want, because I can't see into the future. I can't see how things are gonna pan out and stuff. That's all cool. That's all fair game. The only thing I want to stress to you is that these people exist that hear calls to action and are incredibly frightened, and I just don't want you to have to, God forbid anything terrible like that happens where a lone wolf decides to do something, that might end up on your consciousness. And like, I just want you to be aware of that. That's all. That's,
well, like I said, I really don't think you have anything to worry about from my audience. I've done a very good job, I believe, of driving away the type of people that would do that. They're not even smart enough to sit through my content anyway. Like, you have to have a certain IQ level to sit through my content. And so,
yeah,
and I'm serious
sure.
about that. People think I joke when I say that. I'm deadly serious about that.
Again, I can't emphasize enough, the humanizing point is fantastic. These are not crazy mentally ill people. They're your coworkers and stuff like that. Like, that is all very based, and fucking I love fucking hearing that. So more of that. Like,
well, it's
really
important,
putting an emphasis on that.
It's important to me to be nuanced and present a truthful picture.
Yeah.
And quite frankly, I think
way better than these fucking reactionaries that post just for like clickbait shit, man. I hate that. Like, fucking so many people fall for that nonsense.
Oh, I understand. Believe me.
It's very brilliant on your end. I mean, you've really tackled a corner of the market or whatever that I've never seen anyone tackle it from, which is, I think, definitely why you caught my interest. Fuck, I watched like fucking 8 or like 10 hours of your shit like in 2 days. Like, I think I fell asleep to it. I was like, oh my God. But anyway,
I mean,
and the comrades loved it too. They said in our Slack, like, dude, she's our biggest fucking fan.
That's actually, there's probably truth to that. To be honest, there is a lot that I respect about what you guys do, and I'm not joking about that. I mean, listen, like, you guys are gonna win because you are doing what's required to win. Like, the side I'm on is lazy and stupid and drama and outrage obsessed. Like, I know the weaknesses of my own. I don't even know what side I'm on anymore, I guess, just beyond being an anarchist. But like my side sucks. This is why I rail on conservatives so much. Like, I've never considered myself a conservative, but like, they suck. And I have to give respect for the amount of hustle that you guys have. It's gone on for so long, and you don't give a fuck, and you just keep going. You have to respect that, even if you don't agree on some level. So.
And you know what the ironic part is? Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, you know what the ironic part is? Our group is Trotskyists, and are you familiar with like Trotskyists and Stalinists not particularly getting along?
I know something about it. I don't really go into all that much.
Yeah. Basically, we think Stalin fucked everything up, and people who support Stalin think Trotsky fucked everything up or is a betrayer, yada yada. So there's like this big divide in the left in terms of that, which I never even learned about really until these past 6 months when I started diving into this whole rabbit hole. But the Stalinists aren't fucking doing anything. They fucking sit on Discord all day and they just talk, and they talk shit about us. And like, here we are marching down the fucking subway, like handing out flyers and magazines and getting organized. Our numbers are growing. And like, I felt like we weren't growing fast or whatever. And then to hear you be like, oh shit, like, these people are growing fast. It's funny. It was just like a perspective from the other end.
One of the things that I think is funny is that you guys always think you're losing when in fact you're winning. You're winning
Mm.
so massively. I don't think you have any idea. And I've said that out of stream. You'll hear me say it eventually. So, like, why
Yeah.
not? I once had a conversation. Did you watch any of my Sophie Lewis content? Do you know about her?
No, I don't.
Sophie Lewis is one of the leading abolish the family activists in the country. She's written 2 books about it. She's on a European lecture tour right now about it. She works at the University of Pennsylvania, all this stuff. And Sophie's like, I call her my internet girlfriend because I watch so much of her content. But I got into a DM conversation with her on Instagram one time after I recorded her at a private event, and then I wanted to assure her that I wasn't going to make her look like a pedophile by cutting her out of context. And and I said to her, I was like, Sophie, you know you're winning, right? And she got so pissed off. She started yelling at me over DM, and it was like you could feel the aggression. I was like, I literally told you you're winning, Sophie. Calm down. So
that's pretty funny. Yeah.
So no, I think you guys are winning. So and you, whatever, take whatever you want from that. Maybe I'm right.
Well,
maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. I feel like we're not doing enough, but that is, I think we've definitely seen a turn in these last few months, and did not expect that last video to go viral. Thanks also to Jordan Peterson to fucking retweet it.
God,
that was huge.
I can't even.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Well, go ahead.
Well, anyway, I don't want to keep you. I have a first date tomorrow in the morning. So
well, congratulations for that. But I appreciate you being civil. I appreciate this conversation. I'm open to more conversations. If anyone in your group wants to talk, and I would offer too, come on my stream. Tell us what you guys think. I can't ever get anyone to talk to me, so I think my community would genuinely love to hear from you guys directly. You don't have to come on camera or anything. You can be anonymous. I don't really care. I'll let you say whatever you want to say. You can. My community would have tons of questions, and it would give you access to an audience that you don't like. You would not get access to otherwise.
Yeah.
And so,
offers
open.
Yeah, I did think about it at first. When I first started watching your stuff, and then I actually talked myself out of it, because I was like, I could fucking come on our show every Monday and spend 2 hours, and likely not convince you, unlikely to convince really anyone in your audience, and spend all that time, but cost benefit analysis, in reality, I could just pick up these leaflets next to me and march down the street and fucking find 3 communists, honestly. So then I was like, nah, I'm not gonna talk to her. But then I watched more of your stuff, and this point I spoke about tonight crossed my head, and I was like, actually, I really do need to talk to her about this. But I'll see. I'll float the idea out to the comrades and see if anyone's interested.
Anyone can come on.
You can come on. It couldn't hurt, but.
Come on for an interview. Come on for a panel if there are more than one of you. Come on to watch Socialism on Saturday with me. I actually think that'd be kind of a funny stream, is to watch Socialism Saturday with a socialist. So, I don't know. It's up to you guys.
What is your schedule that you do during the week?
I do
Monday. How does it work?
Monday through Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then Saturdays are at 6 p.m. Eastern. Monday through Friday stream is kind of a little haphazard. Sometimes I don't always watch socialist content. Sometimes I do other stuff too, but
yeah.
But Saturdays is always socialism.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. I usually work Saturdays, but I'm at work at that time, but I'll open the YouTube stream and at least listen in and stuff like that. It's fun.
Well, I appreciate it. I appreciate you reaching out.
Yeah. Fuck. Shit. What was the last thing I was gonna say? Shit. Oh, this thing you teased about infiltrating an event or whatever, a call.
Yep.
What was that about?
You guys held an organizing.
What were they talking?
You guys held an organizing Zoom tonight, and I got into it and recorded it. Some very some very communist things were said. It was a very communist environment.
Yeah. I'm curious. I didn't get any email or anything. It might have just been a local chapter thing.
It was out to the.
Was it leadership?
It was
Did they say leadership?
It was an email that went out to people who signed up for more information in the last week that are interested in joining the party.
Oh, so it's public.
Well, I mean, you could sign up for it, and then it was a private Zoom. So.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I am curious. When does that come out?
I mean, I'll be posting some clips of it over the next couple days, probably.
Okay, well, I'll keep my ear to the ground.
All right.
But anyway, thank you for lending me your ear and taking it seriously. I just really need to say that to because I'd be thinking about it every single night if I didn't voice my concerns to you.
No,
So
I
thank you
appreciate.
again.
Yeah, you're welcome. I appreciate you being respectful, and certainly I'm
Hmm.
gonna do my best to make sure I prevent anyone from getting shot. And I hope that you guys do
Yeah,
the same.
absolutely.
All right.
All right. Enjoy
Take
the
care,
rest of your
John.
night.
You too.
Yep. Take care. Have a
Bye.
good one.